What's up, trumpet friends? We're going to be playing the song Half Note Rock today. So, first thing we see rhythmically in this song is a what kind of note? It's in the title. Half note, right. So, we're going to count that as how many beats long? 2. So, we're going to go da, da, da. Or if you take the metronome click out, da, da, da. And what's this kind of rhythm here? What kind of rest is that? It's a half rest. And how many beats is it? Same as a half note, 2. That's right. So ta, 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 rest, rest. And then what's up here? Do we have half notes again? Yeah, we do. But then this one is a little sus. What kind of rhythm is that? Do you remember? Whole note, right. And how many beats are in a whole note? Right, 4. So this one's going to sound different. Da, da, da. And there's a little apostrophe thing here, guys. That means breath mark. This apostrophe looking thing here is called a breath mark. It means to take a breath before the next measure, but not lose time. Okay, let's take a look at these, and then we'll practice that together. What kind of rhythms are these up in here? Same as before, right? Half notes, good. And then we have a half rest. This one's a little different. It's different than what we've seen in the song so far. It's all by itself. It's just a half note on its own. So from here, it'll be like da, rest, rest, da, rest, rest, da. This note all the way at the end will be how many counts? 4. So we'll hold that for 4 beats. Will y'all practice with me the sing? You can kind of like hum it to yourself with me, so you don't bother your people in your house. But let's go from here to here real quick on singing, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8. Da, 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 da. Okay, and I sang low instead of high, but you get the idea. Did you hear the breath mark? Did you hear me gasp for air before the next G? Da, da. I took that breath, right? We got to make sure that we're taking that breath. Okay, so what you should do now is you should practice the entire song from the beginning and make sure you understand the rhythm for the whole song. Let's do it together. Da, 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 rest, rest. Da, 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 rest, rest, da, rest, rest, da. If that's not in your head and memorized, then y'all stop the video, try it in your smart music platform, do it over and over and over again, and make sure you're good. Okay? Let's go over some notes. So what letter name do we experience on the very first note? You see a E. That's right. And how do you play that E? 1 and 2. First 2 buttons closest to the mouthpiece, 1 and 2. Good. Let's try to make that sound real quick. Remember, Smart Music will play you the note. So that way when you go to push it for the first time and play it, you're not like struggling with understanding where it's at. Firm lips. Make sure your tongue is saying in the mouth to blow it over the center of the tongue. If you're down here, you're too loose, okay? And that should apply to all the notes in here. All 3 of these are E's, am I right? Yeah. And then, do you remember what this note is called? It's from going up. We played it moving around too. What is it? It's a F, right? And you play it first button. Okay, will you all try that note with me? Make sure that's nice and comfortable. You can get to it every time. Practice makes permanent. So when you go to play the F, make sure you're playing high enough, make sure you're not puffing your cheeks out, your tongue is in the right place, and you're not too low. Is this third one an F as well? It's on the same space. It doesn't have that stem. Guys, that stem means that it's a whole note. not that the letter name has changed. So this is still an F. How about these three? Remember what those letters are called? G. Right. Open. No fingers. Sounds like this. We're on the second partial. It's going to be higher than the first two. So really make sure you have lots of breath in the low body. And push from that lower belly, that lower abdomen. Okay, try that on your own real quick. Make sure yours are happening. Sorry about the email notification. Bum. And we have 3 of them in a row. And then we go back to what letter was this one called? F, right? And we experienced it here. So we have 4 Fs. And then at the very end, we see the E, right? And that E is at the beginning. So we end on the same note we started with. Cyclical. Very fun. All right, so let's try it from the beginning, just on fingers, and we'll make sure we're good to go. Just fingers. Always prep the fingers. 2, 3, 4. Rest. Prep the finger. Got to make sure those fingers are down before you fire. Okay. Now, if you couldn't do that in time, if you were struggling with that, stop for a second, pause, rewind, do it over and over and over again. And then when you're ready, come back, because next thing we're going to do is we're going to play it. Okay. We're going to try playing this song now. And now some of these sections you may need to practice. For instance, I would suggest starting from measure 3 and going up to this third G here, because that breath mark and that change of notes, it all happens very fast. So can y'all practice that with me real quick? We'll use the metronome. The backing track, I mean. 5, 6, 7. Okay. And so if you can't do that, practice it a few times. Make sure you can get from here to here. Use your own tempo. Don't use the backing track necessarily. And make sure that feels right. Okay. All right, let's go from the very beginning, shall we? Let's put it on 8 clicks for the count off, and let's play the whole song from beginning to end. Remember, if you're not good with these 6 notes, stop and go work on it on your own, okay? Here we go from the top. I'm going to turn my part off. Turn this up a smidge. Okay, here we go. One thing that I noticed when I was playing is when you're doing those repeated half notes, make sure you pull your lips back into the closed position. We're actually going to start working on tonguing the notes on the next lesson or 2. But for now, you're going to be hooing the note. And so in order to get like a front end on the note, you want to bring the lips back to closed. Notice I'm getting a little bit of a pop on those notes. If you bring them back to closed, you may have a better chance of getting that front end on the note. You may also not lose your muscle memory. Okay, you guys are awesome. Keep up the good work. Keep practicing. Remember that these songs take more than one day to do sometimes. I practice songs for multiple days before I try to record, because if I just play it all in one day, I'll get tired. My face will get tired. My mind will get tired, and I'll just make mistakes. I'll get frustrated. We have to do this on multiple days. That's the cool truth about it. You got to practice, and practicing's not bad. It's not like a sad thing. It's a good thing. I love playing my instrument still, and I've been doing this for a million years. Okay, so good luck. Practice it a lot before you record, and reach out to me if you have any issues, like you playing too low or maybe you're getting confused with certain notes. Okay? Have a great day. You guys are awesome. Bye-bye.